And I think we are live. Not sure. See everybody. Glad you could make it. I think it's working. Anyway, good to see you. How's it going, Derek?
Going good, brother.
Why's
Hope
my
you're doing
Google?
good too.
Oh, there we go. Good. Oh, man. So yeah, it's good to see everybody in the YouTube land as well. Thank you for coming. Glad you guys to make it. Why is it? Did I share the wrong one as my live? I think. Not showing live yet on anything. I don't know if I'm live yet. Do you think I'm live? Okay, showing live on the one. But this is my. By the way, guys, everybody that's on this thing, if it's vertical, you guys on the vertical live, just to let you know. What's up, Matthew Eastman? Derek, good to see you. Michael Kahn, hello. Why isn't this going live? And yeah, this one's just supposed to go live. Okay, that one's going.
Yeah, like one of them is, and then the other is not yet.
Yeah, the other one's supposed to go live as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not showing live. Sorry, guys, trying to figure out why it's not going live on the other one. Because it's supposed to go live on more than one. Oh, man. Anyway, it's good to see you.
Well, thank you. Likewise.
Okay, the vertical is live. So maybe I have to get this one going live now like this. Who is in live? Who's in here? Hey, PJ, what's up, brother?
How you doing? I don't know if I'm in the vertical or if I'm in the
everybody's in the vertical. I'm struggling to get the main one live for some reason. It doesn't want to go live.
Oh, right. They both say live to me. But I just chose the wrong one.
Did they both say live? Because it doesn't show live on my side.
Yeah, let me just.
Like the other one will work for my phone, but this one, yeah, it still says waiting for reality.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it doesn't. It says upcoming now. It says upcoming. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, what's up, Charles? Good to see you. He says, can you send me a picture? Okay. Yeah, sure, Charles. I'll quickly send it. Anyway, guys, while we try and figure that out, I don't know why we have these issues today, but the subject that was voted for by the audience was God is real. Can you disprove us? Prove this. So hopefully we'll get some atheists coming in, trying to show us how God isn't real. And we all know God is, though, but be interesting to see what they say.
I mean, I see God in nature all around, so I mean, I don't know what kind of argument they'd have for God not being real, apart from sciencey stuff, which, if it's real science, then I think it goes in support of God. If you see how certain plants are designed, certain flowers, the mathematical incredibility it would be for certain things to happen within them, like every certain flower's got a certain amount of leaves, certain amount of points on it, all that kind of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I guess.
As in like Matthew East, as in like a portrait, like portraits are horizontal. When you get a portrait screen, you get your TikTok screen, and then you get your YouTube screen, basically. So vertical is a TikTok screen.
There we go.
Short.
Okay, I've got the other one to go live as well now. I just had to create a backup replacement for it quickly, that's all. Okay, but got the main on there as well. So if anybody wants to go on the main, you're more than welcome. Otherwise, yeah. Charles, I've sent you the email back, man. Good to see you. And it was a great discussion we had with Charles and Josh Monday, by the way, this last weekend.
Nice.
Very good. We went over way longer than we thought we were going to, but it was good. Yeah, Charles says, I hope all is well. I'm teaching right now, God is real. 100% agree, God is real, guys. 100% agree.
Yeah, I think creation supports it. Well, shows it. Point blank shows it. Yeah.
100% agree.
Even just having the ability to reproduce. I mean, come on, like something like evolution, some mad concept could do that. Starting from I don't know, a rock that was rained on for billions of years, and it turned into a soup with a one-cell organism that became a two-cell organism and was able to, a one cell managed to replicate itself or reproduce somehow when it didn't have that ability. That's so stupid. We were created with the ability to do these things like reproduce.
Yes.
Obviously, not from day one. You have to grow up a bit, but you know what I mean. But let's go.
But yeah, it's I find it very alarming that people still don't believe that God's real, though. That to me is just amazing.
It's unbelievable because even if you don't believe in the Bible, if you don't believe in any kind of religion, surely you've got to believe that someone, something, a God created this place. Even if you've got no religion behind you or anything like that, or you don't believe in Jesus, you haven't got a relationship or anything like that, surely you've got to see there's a creator for this creation. Not that that's enough, not enough to save you, but surely you'd see that. Surely you can't not see it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, people that don't believe in God, that don't truly believe in God, truly just believe in Him but have a grudge against Him.
Well, it'll be an interesting discussion to have if someone does come in there, because a lot of people see it in a different way. You know what I mean? And they're gonna have to give us their story on why they think God doesn't exist, and usually it always boils down to the same thing: He's invisible, or why do we need a God? There's so much evil in the, it's the usual same entry-level arguments, which is usually easily rebutted. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, it may just be my observation, but in like the last 10 years, it's like atheists in general have been getting much quieter. Like years ago, they used to be very willing to like take on a Christian or even a believer in God in general in a debate. Now, not so much. They've gotten real quiet. Big time. Yeah, like not just through people like you, Keith, but others where it's like they've really shamed them.
Yeah.
And shown how their arguments are fallacious and are belief-based. And like they know they can't really stand in anything logical or reasonable. And like even now, like there's like, let's say atheist flat earthers where even if they still hold to that view, they're not talking a lot.
Coffee. Yeah.
And I would say that they're not even so much atheists, they're just still not comfortable with the idea of belief in God, which I can get. I understand that. But it still begs the point that they're still not wanting to talk about it. It's uncomfortable for them. And it's just a complete night and day change from 10 years ago where they were more than willing to try to shame us for our beliefs.
Exactly.
So it's a good thing.
Just want to point out, Sean Hawkins just posted a post saying, even Flatzoid admits that God isn't real. What?
Where is he getting this now?
From the thumbnail that says God is real with a question mark. Really?
Oh.
Not understanding that's literally part of the topic. Atheists have to come prove that God's not real. I mean, yeah. But yeah, they voted it in, just like The Satan short season voted last night and no one showed up, so people are scared.
Why?
I think
Why? Because you're using someone's name that's dead. I mean, I far from disagreed. I far from agreed with Bob Nadell on a lot of things. I mean, I was going to say Ghostbusters. I wasn't a Ballbusters kind of guy. You know what I mean? But to have his name, you're just taking the piss. You know what I mean? But you know he's dead. You know what I mean? And to say Bob Nadell's gyroscope, I don't believe there was a gyroscope in that hole, and that gyroscope thing went off. But you're just using his name just to take the piss, basically.
The thing is, it's a bit disrespectful. I mean, the guy died.
Yeah.
The guy's
that's
dead,
what I mean.
and now they're making fun of him while he's dead. So yeah, that's disrespectful. But you won't be banned for it, man. It's just a name. Like I said, he is probably an atheist, so you can click the link and come have a discussion. You guys agree?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said. It didn't say he's banned. It just said that you should be with a name like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very disrespectful.
And I wasn't a Bob Nadell lover. I mean, you know what I mean? I didn't agree with a lot of things he said.
Yeah, exactly. But that does make a point, though, when it comes to how we claim atheists don't really have objective morality.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true that as well, Michael.
And for me, I think I've only voted on the polls, like choose a topic, like twice in total. Because for me, I just use your streams to fellowship. That's all I use it for. I don't even need a topic. We could just sit here and say nothing. That'd be cool by me.
Sometimes I was wondering if we should maybe do a stream where we literally just sit here and say nothing.
Well, it's weird you should say that, because like when I was in Rumble one night doing the film night as usual, someone came over and put their name in my channel. It was just probably just so I could go sub to theirs, basically. So I went and looked at their channel and they were live. And then they were live the next day too. They were live a lot. In fact, they were live like 12 hours a day. But all they did was, it was a webcam looking at their iguana. That was it. It was a money-making thing, obviously. They just go as live as long as possible just to get extra money of some sort. Because you get paid per video there, don't you? Sort of thing. But you would have to have a load of them for a long time to make any money for that. But that's all he was doing. Unless it was his way of looking after his iguana while he was at work. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, I also, like, once I was scrolling through the, the live feeds in the YouTube verticals, and I came across, they literally have a person sleeping. 12,000 people. 12,000 people watching a person sleep.
Yeah, that's like, against terms and conditions. That is.
I was because it's like, what the hell? And the people are just talking nonsense stuff and just watching a person literally sleep.
You created the handle long before he passed away. That's fair enough, but then why didn't you change it? Out of respect.
Yeah. Hey, Clock Enders, imagine believing fairy tales in 2026. Yeah, like believing God's not real. That's quite a fairy tale. So, Clock Enders, why aren't you coming in to show us how, disprove us that God isn't real? I mean, that is the topic for tonight. Instead, he wants to just sit there and insult us in the chat.
What year did Bob Nadell die again? 22?
2 years ago, yeah. I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, about 22, something like that. Yeah, you created that a couple of years before he died. You created it 2 years before he died.
There is only one God, Clockenders, the God of the Bible. So, Clockenders, just click the link. It is up there. You can come in and talk. I'm not going to answer questions until you come. How's that? Only question you'll get answered if you send a super chat or if you come in and have a discussion. You guys agree?
It's a good idea.
Because I find it very pathetic and cowardice that these guys can sit in chats and ask questions and expect answers back. But they refuse to engage properly like a normal human being.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot easier to talk when you can do it audibly rather than I'm reading yours and I've got to reply to that, wait for it. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And with a delay as well, you could be typing another thing to something else, and you get confused what blooming answers what. You know what I mean? Sometimes.
And I'm
Well, in
more
the
than
chat.
happy to show where God is right now. It's very easy.
Listen, I don't care whether you change it. I just think it was disrespectful. Simple as that.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
And well, it's like the chat itself, it's more of a useful area to kind of strike from the shadows than it is to actually like engage like in our fellowship that we have here, like being in the light. They're more exposed here and they know it.
I'm gonna have to put the chat box off because it's picking up the wrong chat and it's just updating the same thing over and over. So I had to put the chat box off tonight, unfortunately. See what happens when OBS changes settings for no reason. I don't know why it does that.
See, that's the thing. That's why, I mean, I've got OBS on the laptop. Well, Vicky's got it there. I haven't got it in this PC. And I never did use it. I mean, apart from I played about with it once, but not to go live. And I got put off of it with everybody talking about, yeah, OBS, it's such a pain in the butt, settings and all that. And I had nothing but trouble with it from you as well. So, like, I've just never done it. And everybody I spoke to, everybody says, yeah, what's his name again? Brian Stavely. He was he used OBS because he said, yeah, he said he didn't like StreamYard for a certain reason. He didn't like Restream because of the sound. He says the only thing he could get on me was OBS, but the settings were a pain in the ass.
Yeah, basically. Look, I got nothing against OBS. It's just now and then it does updates or whatever, then it just changes the settings. It's like, can't a thing just keep its own settings? That's the only thing that irritates me with OBS. Oh, he's still busy chatting and typing in chat like crazy. And he still doesn't understand how it works. I don't know, must I speak a different language to the guy? You guys think maybe he doesn't understand English? What language do you think that guy understands? That he can understand that there's no engagement with someone like that, that doesn't come and actually talk like a normal human being, or doesn't send a super chat? How's that? You guys agree?
Absolutely.
Quite sad. Because that guy's the epitome of why evolution. They forgot to evolve. Hey Vicky, good to see you. Thank you for coming. So yeah, if they want engagement, they should come in and have a discussion. It's as simple as that. It's not hard. I mean, I think a 4-year-old will understand.
Where's Vicky? Is she in the other chat? Is she?
There she is. She's in the main one. Yeah.
He's got to stream at 10. So, 10.
Oh, shame. He said he'll rather burn his money than give it to me. Aw. Well, thank you for the comments, though, because you know the comment is helping my stream. Well, so thank you very much. But
isn't that weird though? That yesterday someone would rather pay your super chat than subscribe. You know what I mean? Exactly. But now, I bet somebody would rather, just not rather burn their money than give a little bit.
He doesn't have to burn his money. He can just, if he wants his answers answered, he can just come in and have a discussion, because that's how it works.
If you feel that way, so that way about it, then why would you be here?
Yeah, that's also. Something's attracting him to the stream, that's for sure. And then he just
and insults. It's like if we're not currently talking about anything else, it's like you can talk to them in chat.
Yeah, but not that
stopping that.
Yeah, but not people like that though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get.
If it comes to someone who's actually honest, yeah, God, I have no issue talking to someone. But when it comes to someone literally coming in this way, and they're showing they're just here to be dishonest and to be insulting, why should I, give them the opportunity to get any answers answered? The guy hasn't been he's shown to not even have any respect. So
Right.
he should actually give a
Yeah, it's
reason
like
why
he's
we
not
shouldn't
gonna
block him.
appreciate an answer. Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, he should actually give a reason why we shouldn't block him. Actually, that's what actually should go on. No, I can answer
Yeah,
every
I'll
single
be right.
question. I just want to point out, I can answer every single question you asked there. The only thing is, you're not going to get answers for it because you're too chicken rubbish to come in and have a discussion about it. You're like the Muslims. All big mouth, Allahu Akbar, but when it actually comes to it, you can't do anything. Yeah. Exactly, Michael. 100% agree. Every knee will bow, exactly, Charles, and every tongue will confess. And it's coming soon. Hey, Matt, how's it going?
What's up, dude?
Good, and you, brother?
Oh, just chilling, man. Hanging
It's
out.
good. It's good.
Just thinking about logic, right? And reason. Even if you make an argument against God, you have to use logic, which assumes God.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pickle.
Of course it is. It's because Matthew, there's no way on earth, on God, on anything that God is not real. You know, there's just no way that he's not real. So it's always going to be a pickle, I think, if you're going to try and go against him.
Yeah, why should there be reason if
Right.
there's no mind, right?
Right.
To set a standard of reason.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, Alan Snackbar, the war cry of a coward. Alan Snackbar. I've never heard that. I really have never heard that, and I think I should have heard that by now. Alan Snackbar, because everybody knows an Alan Snackbar. I like that.
So, Matthew,
What's up, man?
is God real?
Definitely.
Amen. You see, there we go. Derek says God's real. PJ says God's real. Matt says God's real. I say God's real. Guess who's saying God's not real? Oh, the cowards in chat.
Well, am I real? I'm real, so God
I would
has
hope
to
so.
be real. I'm real, you're real, so God has to be real. Someone created me, and it wasn't someone that's on level with me. Someone that's on a hell of a higher level than me. So someone that's on the same level me can't do this, can they? So there has to be someone on a higher level that done it, because evolution certainly didn't do it. Because even if you could prove evolution, you would still need a God.
At
You can't prove it.
the end of every atheist cup, they find God.
Right.
They always got the infinite regress argument, and even with the infinite regress, it has to always constitute the beginning of something, and that beginning always has to give to a power outside of the universe, which is God. Simple as that. No matter which way you look at it.
Michael says he's got a video, but he's not watched it yet.
Okay, where is it? Then we can maybe review it while we wait for someone to actually grow a pair of kahunas to come in.
We can make it manifest, bro. We can make it manifest. Just start talking about the goodness and mercies of God, right?
Amen.
He can't take it.
Oh,
It's like fingers on the chalkboard.
How
Yeah.
good God is, and how good God's always been to all of us. I mean, we can give testimonies.
Even the air we breathe, right? He supplies it, right? The beating heart in our chest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
Your
God
DNA.
is so good.
Your DNA spells out Yahweh. Your breathing says Yahweh. You breathe out, and
Yeah.
literally is God. You breathe God,
We're-
the name
We're
of God.
biological machines. You know what I mean? Biological machines. Evolution can't do that. A mistake in whatever can't do that. You know?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Man, without God, we would be truly lost, right? I know He's had a guiding hand over my life.
Amen.
For sure. He brought me to this place. And there's no such thing as
Atheism
coincidence.
cannot be true.
God
No such thing.
God incidents.
There's no chance, right? Chance is only a mathematical concept that describes our own ignorance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Element of luck. Chance. Yeah. Or the element, or chance, or luck is the element of chance, or chance is the element of luck. One or the other. They're both kind of circling each other.
God's good.
Amen. Amen. Okay.
Atheism.
Atheism. I just want to let everyone know, atheism is a religion.
Yeah.
And it's the belief that there is no God. And to have belief means you have faith. So it's literally faith-based religion that you claim there is no God. And you can't prove there's no God. That's the sad thing of all.
Yeah, it's a contradiction, right? On the face, they're declaring there is no God as if they know.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
The irony of the ignorance of this guy, claiming how delusional everybody is and how wrong we are, and then he claims the next sentence, thankfully religion is dying. Oh my word. It's literally on the rise. There's more Christians in this last year. There more people became Christians in this last year than there were in the last 2-3 years.
Yeah, I mean, I wish religion would die.
You know which religion is dying? Islam and atheism. The most famous atheists are starting to become Christian. That's weird. Don't you find that odd?
Oh, yes.
Anyway.
Actually, I don't find it odd. I find it, that should happen.
It should happen. Agreed. Okay, let's watch some of this video while we wait for someone to grow balls to come in.
Atheism. A pair of Joneses.
Not be true. Here's why.
Okay, we can't listen to music.
Provides two definitions. A lack of belief or a strong disbelief in the existence of a god or any gods.
Just want to point out, belief is faith-based. That means you actually literally have a religion. So it's an oxymoron to claim religion is dying when literally you have a religion as an atheist.
B, a philosophical or religious position characterized by disbelief in the existence of a god.
Clockwise, whatever your name is, no. Islam is the biggest growing one. No, that's false. They're having the biggest apostate rates ever seen in the history of Islam. You may be not keeping up to date, but there's more people leaving Islam at a shocking, alarming rate right now than there's people forced into Islam.
Yeah, there's more awareness today of a dilemma in the Quran itself.
Mm-hmm.
And the word is spreading fast.
Yep. Maybe this guy hasn't heard of Iran, what's going on at the moment. What regime are the people attacking? Oh, the Islamic regime. I wonder why. Oh, wait. That's weird. And 30,000 people are reported to have lost their lives fighting the Islamic regime. So not Muslims. In this Muslim country. That's weird. Shows you this guy doesn't actually know anything that's going up. And yes, atheism is a religion. It's faith-based. If you have a belief, that means it's a religion.
Or any gods. For the sake of the video, we refer to God or gods in these definitions as God. With that being said, let's take a brief look at why this worldview does not stand on its own two legs from a philosophical, scientific, or moral level, and then touch on why a certain theistic worldview answers these very questions.
Hey,
what is this one here?
Yeah?
I just want to point out there's no reason that philosophical, moral views exist without assuming God.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So if an atheist is claiming, my philosophical worldview, it's like, okay, well, you're assuming God when you appeal to philosophy. There's no reason why philosophy should exist if we're all just chemical reactions.
Right.
Exactly.
The whole reason we can philosophize is because they've got a brain that God created.
Okay. Let's carry on.
That's philosophy. Is that a sport? No, it's more of an attempt to construct a viable hypothesis to explain the meaning of life.
Many atheists and agnostics will tell you that they don't believe in God because there's a lack of evidence for his existence and that the scientific method gives no credence to belief in deity. This makes several crucial presuppositions that are worth noting. 1, their starting position is that he does not exist and therefore needs evidence to point to existence. 2, reality, or the existence of the universe itself, is not evidence of God. And thirdly, all evidence of God must be testable by the scientific method and must be observable and/or repeatable. For this first presupposition, it is worth noting that the atheist can use this conversely against the theist. At face value, saying God exists, therefore you'll need to provide evidence of the contrary, seems like it's the same argument. To be fair, they would be partially correct, but I'll explain why only in part. But to do so, let's look at the next 2 presuppositions I noted. Saying reality itself isn't evidence for God is a bit of a self-defeating statement.
Yeah, it's an oxymoron. It literally is. This is when it comes down to the ontological primitives and they're not able to understand what the argument is. Like when we usually say, okay, you walk across by a beach and you see a beautiful sandcastle.
Right.
What's the logical deduction that the sandcastle just appeared out of nowhere by itself, or that it has someone who made it?
A man made it, yeah.
Exactly.
The evidence required needs to be grounded in science, but science is just our way of observing various aspects of reality. We find ourselves rejecting the very thing we demand to see. Once we do that, we can just throw out everything that's brought forth. It's a bit like how kids have this out of sight, out of mind understanding of the world. If there's something scary that they don't like, they close their eyes and make it go away. For them, what scares them no longer exists. However, that scary looking man in the meat section at the grocery store is still giving you that weird look. That's what it's like to demand evidence that you're going to inevitably reject.
Yeah, you see this thing you're showing here? Literally makes me think of this atheist in chat right now.
Yeah. Oh, he's in there. He's in the other chat, isn't he?
At least he's not in your guys' here.
If God isn't confined to our sciences and measuring instruments, how can I possibly give you what you're asking for? If science can't explain everything, then why demand it to be the sole source of evidence?
Yeah.
Descartes famously said, "I think, therefore I am," in which he notes that because man is able to think and observe his surroundings, man exists. However, the very foundation of his philosophy is built on the presupposition.
That's interesting. I'm thinking of this now. Thinking of the thinking man.
Aye.
Where was their hands always?
On the heat.
On the head. Like this. You know,
Yep.
it's weird, eh?
So, like, there's even people that take photos with it and they've got their hand on their head
Yeah,
while
exactly.
the statue's
Still like
chinned
that.
up.
It's really
Yeah.
weird.
Of the existence and truths of logic. Philosophy itself takes logic for granted. Try making an argument where you do not use logic. Spoiler, you can't. The atheistic worldview cannot sufficiently provide an answer as to why that's the case. The only answer that can truly satisfy the question is that all truth has a source, an entity that has made it so. Otherwise, reality itself is purely subjective and relies solely on our senses. But in the words of Charles Darwin himself, would anyone trust in the convictions of a monkey's mind if there are any?
What a quote. What a quote. And that's exactly what the atheists do.
Yeah.
They claim to be
absolutely.
monkeys.
That's so funny, dude.
Very funny, especially when we still have monkeys. You know, then their excuse is, oh, well, we came from an ape-like creature, like apes came from an ape-like creature. You know,
Well,
so stupid, their argument.
it's no doubt, bro. The evolutionists have more faith than the Bible believers.
Oh, yeah.
100%, bro.
Or-
To believe that works, to have faith that works in the first place is to have more faith
Yeah.
than Christians do. You know?
I agree. I mean, if you think about it, like we keep saying this to all the atheists and stuff out there, who has so much more to lose? Okay? The person who believes God is real and dies one day to find out, nothing. Or the person that believes God's not real and dies one day to find out they were wrong, God is real.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
Pascal's wager,
Yeah.
man.
They think they just got to pass away in nothingness. But if they didn't accept Christ, then what happens? Sorry, there's an eternal of what's going to happen. So they've got more to lose.
You know what I think, Flat? I think people ultimately know their destiny. I really do. And that's why people rage and kick so hard against God, because they know ultimately their destiny.
Well, look at the people, especially in Hollywood nowadays, how young they're trying to stay and how alien they look because of it, because they're scared of dying. Because they know that, if they know there's a devil, that's for sure, in Hollywood. So if there's a devil, they're going to get judged, aren't they, from God? So, yeah, I think they're scared to die. Scared to die, some of them. That's why they try and look younger. They try and eat healthier, all these kind of things. They try everything to kick against aging, entropy.
I just want to point out the guy's time I'm lying. What does this headline say to you guys?
Muslims head for the exits.
Throughout
Through
the world.
we are seeing a wave of apostasy in the household of Islam.
When was this? Today.
That was February.
No,
Yeah.
last year. 21st
Last year.
February 2025. And it's even got worse since then. Just thought I'd show that to the guy because he says I'm talking nonsense. Yeah.
Any convictions in such a mind? So, back to why the first presupposition doesn't really apply conversely to the theist, is that the theist can say, I think, therefore God.
So you do have a plan. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. White. Yes, science.
I think, therefore God.
Exactly. I see we got another one in the chat there. Martin Dravinsky or whatever. Click the link and come in, dude. The link is literally tagged. Come in and have a discussion. If you think so much that it's a fairy tale, you should be able to disprove us that God is false. You guys agree? Should be easy.
If that's your call, PM, you're entitled to it. That I'm scared. I admit I'm scared of the act of dying. I'm not scared of where I'm going. Scared of the physical act of dying, not being able to take the last breath. I think everybody is.
Nah, I'm past that.
Well, I am.
The only thing I'm
mean-
scared of when I die is are my children gonna be okay. That's all. That's the
Yeah, of
only
course.
thing.
I mean,
That's all.
I think
My
every-
wife and
I think
children.
everybody-
But me
Yeah,
personally, nah, doesn't bother.
No,
me.
but Pat, I'm saying at one point in your life, you must, even as a kid, if you thought about death,
Yeah, at
you
a
must have been
stage, yeah.
scared of it. Yeah.
But where
So
I
I
am-
think it's a natural thing to be scared of it at some point. But where I'm going, no, I'm just scared of the physical act, and that's always been a problem with me.
The
But I'm
thing-
not scared of where I'm going. It's your guys' cope.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
you're scared
saying. I know where I'm going, so
Yeah.
doesn't bother me at all. You know what I mean?
of. No, it doesn't bother me where I'm going. But the actual physical act of me taking that last breath, when I think of it, it's scary. Like trying to breathe and you can't. That's all. That means it's just a personal thing with me. I've always been scared of that. I've always thought of it and been scared of it. I'm not scared of where I'm going afterwards. I'm just scared of the physical act, the dying.
I
Yeah,
can
it's-
see
I
both,
know.
like both of you guys. Like, you will fight for your life, right?
You will.
You'll fight for your life, but I look forward to my death.
I get that. So do I. I look
mean-
forward of not being here. Absolutely, 100%.
Think about it this way.
I don't look forward to the physical act.
Think about it
of it,
this way.
you know?
We're going home to our maker, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's where we're destined to go. So why would we have fear of that? I mean, look how the apostles died as well. I mean, they died very gruesome deaths. And they died praising. They died worshipping God while doing that. And that's the one thing I bring up to the Unitarians and all these things that claim Jesus is not God. Why would the disciples literally go and die by proclaiming Jesus is God if he was not God and they're preaching that he's not God? That doesn't make sense, does it?
No.
It's just stupid. Jesus died because he declared himself as God for blasphemy. The disciples died because they declared Jesus as God. But yet apparently the Bible doesn't teach Jesus is God.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's really odd.
I've always been taught Jesus is God.
That's the Christian doctrine.
Or like that guy you covered yesterday. I forget McClellan.
Oh yeah, this morning, yeah.
Yeah, I have to like ignore the fact that he has gray in his beard because it was like listening to a child say, "I'm a biblical scholar," with all these comic book pictures and posters in his room and everything. Like, dude, you clearly are not a man of God, even if you are a biblical scholar, quote unquote.
Yeah, he's not a man of God. He's just a biblical scholar. He's atheist as far as I know.
Right.
But
hmm
the guy's very dishonest when it comes to the arguments. Just that's why I brought up that video, telling us that the word isn't Jesus, and it actually means divine, and then claiming if it's divine, it doesn't mean it's God. It's like, oh my word, divine literally means you're God. Okay.
Well, it's like, who's called the Word of God in Revelation
Jesus.
again?
Jesus.
Jesus. That's
And
right.
that's why I said you just
King of
literally go
Kings.
down from John 1:1, which he was bringing up, to John 1:14, and it tells us how the Word became flesh. Literally telling us how that word, God, became Jesus.
Right.
It's
Yep.
insanity. I mean, there's a video I'm working on with him right now as well, where he's claiming John 20:28, where Thomas is saying, "My Lord and my God," is not Thomas saying that to Jesus. He's claiming, oh, it's not that, because you look at Mark, it's talking about the Father and I are, the Father's in me and I'm in the Father. Now that somehow disproves that Thomas is claiming that's God when Jesus has been resurrected and he sticks his fingers in his hands.
Well, it's like
Besides-
you already have him pegged in John 1:1.
Yeah, it's insanity. But these
He's already pegged.
Allegedly, this guy can read, right?
well, he's a scholar, a biblical scholar, so
Right.
obviously he has to be able to read.
So maybe it's just the Bible he can't read. Why is it that when it comes to the Bible, people can't just simply read, oh, okay, the Bible's clearly saying Jesus is God. He died for that. The apostles died for that. Thomas is confessing that. It's all over. Jesus is Yahweh. Like, why is it when we pick up the Bible, all of a sudden words don't have meaning in their context?
Right. Michelle Davis says
I-
there's no evidence how the disciples died.
There's a lot of evidence. You can actually go to where they died,
Yeah.
and they tell you in detail how some of them died. Yes, there's no evidence for everybody how they died, but for the
Yeah, not for
majority there is
everybody.
evidence and where they died, and there's even monuments put up for them and how they died and why they died. Heck, you can go and visit Peter's skull today. How's that? You can literally go and visit Peter's skull. So yeah, it's shows you the guy.
Well, so it's like,
yeah.
so it's like, even though they can read, it's the fact that it requires belief, and they don't make that leap. Because it's uncomfortable, which I actually can understand. Because it's like, because God is supernatural, it doesn't always feel natural. Yeah.
Yeah, Michelle Davis. Yes, there's a lot of evidence of Michelle. We got coins with descriptions of Jesus on them, 2,000-year-old coins. Why do you think we are in the year AD? Because of the significance of his birth.
That's not.
I mean, we got inscriptions from Pontius Pilate about Jesus. Josephus was literally, he knew the prefect who crucified Jesus. He was under Pontius Pilate.
How can
He
how
gives
can that not
actual
be
testimony. He gives testimonies of the actual people who saw Jesus resurrected after he died.
How can that not be evidence?
Well, it absolutely.
You get lots of evidences. It's just whether those evidences are proof. You get plenty of evidences.
The Bible itself
And
is
it acts-
evidence.
Exactly.
It's a great evidence, because it
Absolutely.
rather goes to show that even like Josephus didn't believe in Jesus, he didn't deny that he existed.
But yeah, it's sad. Again, none of these people come on to actually discuss these things. They just cry in chat. But let's carry on.
Lots of things are disputed, Michelle. It doesn't mean you say they're wrong.
Yeah. I don't think they understand the difference between disputed and proven wrong. I don't think they understand there's a difference.
Mm-mm.
Unlike them, we have actual evidence of historical Jesus existing. Even top atheist biblical scholars agree that Jesus was an actual real figure. Heck, we were talking about McLaughlin right now. Even him as an atheist, why he's fighting the Bible is because he knows Jesus is an actual historical figure that actually existed.
Dude, God has made himself self-evident.
Mm-hmm.
He's made himself self-evident, right? It's just
Amen.
men, they suppress the truth and unrighteousness.
Amen.
The only evidence is heresy.
But let's put it this way. You can take a camel to water, but can you force the camel to drink?
No.
So we can show them all the evidence in the world, and they can still just deny it. Why? Because it's their choice. I mean, Richard Dawkins said a few years ago that God can literally write his name and say, "Here I am, God," in the clouds. And Richard Dawkins will rather say maybe it's aliens rather than God because of his bias against God.
And bias and yeah, exactly. They've all got a grudge against God.
I mean, even Luca told us this a few months ago.
Yeah.
Even if God stood in front of him and told him he's God, he won't believe it. He'll rather think it's a illusion.
Well, I'm sorry, if God stood in front of him, he couldn't deny it.
Yeah, but you understand what I'm saying? That was what he was
Yeah,
saying.
of course.
He'll rather
Of
think of it
course.
as a vision or illusion or something.
Yeah.
They love the darkness rather than the light.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what it says about the people of today. Lovers of self, of lusts.
Yep.
Well, and that's rather why there's 12,000 people watching like a girl sleep. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like their minds are in the gutter.
Good night, Michael. Bless you, man.
Cheers, brother. Hope you're feeling well. Blessings.
Later, Michael.
Yeah, and guys, please from now on call him Mr. Cyborg. That's his new name.
Transformer.
He's Mr. Cyborg from now on.
He's a Decepticon.
But
Nah,
let's
he'd be an Autobot. He wouldn't be this.
Work, entropy, isolated system, and the first and second laws of thermodynamics. Work is the measure of energy transfer when an object has an
Oh,
external
why are we going
force
on to thermodynamics now? I thought we were talking about God. Okay. I'm just joking.
applied to it over a distance. Entropy is the measure of a system's energy that is unavailable to be converted into work.
Mm-hmm.
An isolated system is where all the energy and matter that is in it do not interact with its surrounding environment. Since the universe consists of all matter and energy, by definition, it is an isolated system.
Yep.
The first law of thermodynamics states that under any circumstance, energy
This guy brings up the same arguments we bring up. Pretty good. Loving it.
cannot be
Yeah, I was just
created
getting
or destroyed.
confidence.
Sorry?
I was going to say, this is a great video.
Yeah, it's the same arguments we bring up, so
Yeah.
it's good to see other people also making these arguments.
The second law states that in a system, the amount of entropy cannot decrease via processes. In a reversible process, entropy is constant, but in an irreversible process, entropy always increases. A reversible process can be thought about like this. Imagine water coming out of a garden hose. When you cover up part of the opening with your finger, the pressure increases and so does the speed of the water. When you remove your finger, it goes back to what it was.
Mm-hmm.
An irreversible process is like a nice drink warming up. If left alone, it warms up to the temperature of the surrounding environment. It has no way of naturally returning to its
I wouldn't have used this as an example. I would have used an example of frying an egg. You crack an egg open and throwing it in a frying pan and you've now made a fried egg. It can't reverse entropy and once again become an egg and yolk in a closed shell like it was.
No,
You know what I mean?
it's never fix itself. Even if you glue it, it's not fixed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would have rather used that analogy than this one because it's just it's just following the zeroth law because it is
Right.
it's becoming room temperature, so everything surrounding it is just becoming the same temperature. But yeah, it's not naturally going to become warmer unless the sun is on
Yeah.
it. You understand? That's why I don't really
Right.
like this analogy
I
he's
was-
used.
I've got you. I was going to say, Michelle, if you are actually Michelle, why don't you come in rather than texting it here and there, because you don't think that the Gospels are a historical account when they surely are.
The Gospels literally are historical accounts because they're actual, literal, written manuscripts by
She
many.
thinks it's
Yes, by
Jewish
the.
mythology and
I mean,
mythology too.
think-
Where's that come from?
Think about it this way. You literally, let's for instance take John, okay, who wrote Revelation. He had a disciple. His disciple was Polycarp. Okay? Polycarp wrote the same things that John wrote about. John witnessed actually being with Jesus. Then you have Ignatius, which was his, and it goes on and on and on. And they all write exactly the same things as time goes on by the actual teachers before them that were first-hand accounts of Jesus. How is all this just lies and false?
Wow. Just wow.
Previous state unless work or an outside force is applied to it. With all that out of the way, how does this tie together to make an argument for God? Well, let's look at the origins of our universe. For the sake of the argument, we'll refer to the beginning of the known universe as the Big Bang. If the Big Bang is the event at which our present reality originates, we have two options. One, the Big Bang was the beginning of the universe, and thus, matter is not eternal.
But you see, that's the issue they have, though. Because even the Big Bang requires something to have been there. So it needs to violate the first law of thermodynamics. Something had to be there, otherwise it violates. In other words, matter cannot create or destroy itself. It can only transform or transfer. So that already violates the first law. How to violate the second law is the energy that is being pushed out of this expansion will be succumbing to equilibrium. And you don't see any equilibrium happening anywhere, do we?
No.
Well,
Dude,
not a-
maybe this is why.
Yeah.
Maybe this is why they twist the scriptures, right? Because they also twist their origin story.
Right, of course.
In the beginning was nothing, and well, nothing doesn't mean nothing.
No, exactly. But when is there in the beginning? Because it keeps changing. The amount of time keeps changing. Like dinosaurs, when I was at school, they were probably, 20 million years old. Then they turned to 65 million.
I just want to point out, Michelle Davis says the Gospels are anonymous and written in the third person and not eyewitness accounts. That is so false. That's not even funny.
Garbage.
Luke literally
Garbage.
tells us in Luke he wrote Luke.
Right.
Matthew,
with
the tax
pseudo
collector, literally,
information.
the tax collector was with Jesus, telling us he wrote it. John,
Right.
who wrote Revelation, was this close disciple with Jesus. He tells us he writes it.
They just believe all this pseudo information out there. All this
What is wrong with these
garbage
people?
out there, propaganda. They think they know better because they watch Zeitgeist.
In the beginning was zeitgeist.
Oh my word.
For two, matter is eternal, and the Big Bang is one of many instances of similar cosmic events chaining from eternity past. If matter is not eternal, and the Big Bang is the origin of the universe, you have a case of something coming from nothing, which contradicts the first law of thermodynamics. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. If there's no energy before the Big Bang, yet the Big Bang caused all space, energy, and matter to come into existence, what the heck caused the Big Bang? Things do not, nor can they, come from literal nothing, which leads us to considering the second option. Matter is eternal, and there have been many Big Bangs.
In other words, then matter is their God
Yeah.
because it's uncreated.
Yeah.
But here's the problem with that. If matter
So
and
what put
energy
the
have
breath
been
of life
existing-
into stuff? You know?
Because that would mean
Matter is
Because matter would just always have self-existed. Okay, so it's self-existent. That means matter is God, then, according to them.
So antimatter, is that the devil?
Probably.
Do they have a trinity? Is matter, energy, and time their unholy trinity?
Well, it does have a nucleus,
Yeah.
a positron, a nucleus, and an
It's a
electron.
little
So there we go. There's
eccentric
their,
world there,
it's
isn't
their
it?
holy nucleus. There we go. Yeah.
Eternally, then so too entropy has been increasing eternally, even if at a slow rate. Here's why that's an issue for this view. As stated earlier, the universe is an isolated system as there's no matter or energy outside of it. The second law of thermodynamics shows that isolated systems will eventually experience thermodynamic equilibrium, where all energy is entropic. For the universe, this would be known as the heat death of the universe. If no energy can be used for processes, processes can't occur.
Yeah.
If processes can no longer
I
occur,
just hope his music's not going to make nonsense for us. That's the only thing that's bothering me with this video. Well, we hope not.
then the universe becomes dead, still, and void of any activity or life of any sort. Once this occurs, it becomes the final state of reality with no way to undo it. But back to the main premise. If matter is eternal, and since the universe is an isolated system, we would have already reached the heat death of the universe.
Yep. Ages ago, according to how the numbers they've been given. As I said, nothing fits this naturalistic view at all.
As entropy would have had eternity to increase. Since that clearly isn't the case, we can thus throw out the idea that matter and energy are eternal. Either way, the scientific principles we covered flat out contradict these two options. Given that, we can conclude that the Big Bang, or however you want to define the physical beginning of our universe, is either not what it's thought to be, and or that our sciences are insufficient to provide answers to the origins of life.
Amen. I want to ask you a question, guys. Is God natural or supernatural?
Super duper. Yeah.
So because he's supernatural, he's not bound by the natural laws he created.
No.
Correct.
But naturalists require natural matter, which is bound by natural law.
Yeah.
That's weird, eh?
Mm-hmm.
It reminds
But
you.
they still depend on the supernatural when it comes to reading logic and morals, right? These things are supernatural.
Amen. Yeah, consciousness, morals, everything is supernatural, and that's why they can try and explain the neurological patterns working in your brain to make, quote unquote, as they claim, consciousness, but they still can't explain how that works because it's supernatural.
Yeah, things like instincts. They don't know how dreams work. You know, all that kind of stuff. Because it's made by a supernatural person, that's why.
Exactly. But this reminds me of like that joke, it's an old little joke, where the scientists tell God, you know, we can do just what you can do, and God says, fine, go and make man then, and then the scientist picks up some sand, and God says, whoa, what you doing? He says, that's my sand. Get your own sand.
Absolutely. You got to be able to create that stuff.
Hey, this guy's talking about like the eternality of the universe, right?
Yeah.
You ever thought about if the universe was eternal, then we would have never arrived at this moment talking about this right now.
Yeah, exactly. Carl Bradley, thank you for coming in. You can literally hit the link and come and have a discussion with us, man. He says he's an agnostic atheist. That's literally an oxymoron. You can't be agnostic and an atheist at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't believe...
You're either agnostic or you're an atheist.
Yeah, agnostics are what they're looking for, kind of what went on, aren't they, or what's going on. But an atheist allegedly totally doesn't believe at all, which is a contradiction. A belief in nothing is a belief in something.
Exactly.
Well, I also want to say, like that saying where it's like a lie can go halfway around the world before the truth catches up. That's actually rather true, because it's like 30 years ago, like when God was taken out of public schools here in the U.S., that was able to be done by basically atheists, you know, who identified in different fields of academia, where they took their collective hate that had built up over the years against God and weaponized it to, like, yeah, take God out of schools, and where their arguments, even if they sound rational, or it's like, you know, there's a way that seems right unto a man, but the end thereof is destruction. But the thing is, because they got their foothold in the schooling system, it's like they are never going to leave.
Right.
Ever.
3
No
minutes.
matter how wrong they are. Like, and they'll fight to the death over it, you know, for a lack of a better phrase.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Yeah.
you ever think about how futile that is to think that you could actually pass a law and keep God out of somewhere?
Crazy.
Not happening.
How do you ban God? God, you're trespassing.
Sit there, you know, and then
Yeah,
you can lock your door. Don't think it'll help though.
Okay, guys, I'm going to quickly get a new link. Okay.
All right.
See you guys now.
Sure.
Just want to say thank you to everybody who's in and joining. Please hit the likes, share the show. Appreciate you all. Yeah, if you guys feel the need to defend your atheist religion, the link is above. Come in and have a discussion with us. We are more than happy to entertain you guys. So yeah. I just want to say, yes, Jesus is the God of all gods. There is no other God besides Yahweh. And I want to say thank you again to all my Patreon supporters and all my members out there. And everybody that support this channel financially. Thank you very much. You guys rock. Let's wait for people to come in again. We'll get this video up once again quickly. Excuse me. Okay. Let's watch the video while we're waiting.
As a result, we have a situation where space, time, and matter have a beginning. But since nothing begins without cause, by necessity there is a...
There we go, Matt's in the house again.
a spaceless, timeless, and matterless cause in which it itself is uncaused. Otherwise, we have the same incoherent problem of there being an infinite chain of causes. A single being, one God, one creator, one uncaused cause
Amen.
is the best fit model for what we can observe. So,
Yeah, if you think about this logically, you need an outside cause for everything to exist the way it exists. There is no way around it. So you need an outside agent, and that's God. God is that outside agent. God existed out of our known universe because God is the beginning of everything. God created everything we know. When it comes to naturalism, there is no way around of just coming into being, because you still need that agent outside of nature. Because if you don't have the agent outside of nature, nothing can happen. You need the energy to be put in there. You need the things to take in effect. Where's the cause?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm smelling what you're stepping in.
It's that one.
when an atheist says that there's no evidence for God, the fact that they exist speaks louder
Amen.
than I could ever hope to articulate.
Morality. There we go. There's the morality, which you brought up earlier. Morality also proves God. 100% agree. Kyle Bradley. I have many Bibles. I've just even 3 in front of me right now. I have about 8 different Bibles at the moment, which I do think people should get as much translations as they can. Although the internet's much easier to read what you want to. But Kyle Bradley, again, the link is linked. come have the discussion with us, and more than happy to discuss it, because Kyle is telling us the whole time how wrong we are. Kyle is telling us how we don't know. But Kyle just doesn't come in and have this discussion. Why is that?
Well, because I dare say because he doesn't want people to know that he doesn't actually know.
And we don't bite. Don't worry, we're still just normal human beings like you, normal people. If you're cordial with us, we'll be cordial with you. Simple as that.
Amen.
Because at the end of the day, we care about your salvation, and we don't want you to be lost. We want you to be able to be with us one day with Jesus, in relationship with him.
The Bible does reference other gods, absolutely.
Yeah,
but they're not
Elohims.
Almighty God. Yeah.
Well, the thing is that it mentions other gods as in small g's. But it
Yes.
also mentions the true God, Elohim.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? Which is God, Yahweh.
And things were worshipped as gods that weren't gods.
Angels were worshipped as gods. Remember when the
Yeah.
angels fell to earth?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Why do you think you have the Greek mythologies and all that today? It's based on these angels.
Right.
Based on the Nephilim.
Conflict in every human heart between the rational and the irrational, between good and evil.
If science isn't enough to prove deity, well, then what about what we know with our minds and hearts? How can a blob of matter with some electrical pulses bouncing around inside of it feel anything emotionally? Can space dust experience love, joy, anger, or even heartbreak? The fact that all humans have some form of morality points to this uncaused cause being
100%.
personal.
Amen.
We all have this law inside of us that seems to be written on our hearts, even if we don't or won't adhere to it. In terms of morality,
Brilliant. Yeah, I think this guy's doing a good job. A few
Yeah,
things I would
that's
change
right.
on what his arguments are, but I don't see really anything wrong with what he's saying.
No, all good.
Hey, Banana, good to see you, man. He says, are all other gods... What? All the other gods are moral?
Are mortal. Yeah,
Are
they
mortal?
are. Yeah.
Yes, all
Yeah.
the other gods are mortal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, look, for instance, even the Egyptian pharaohs, they were seen as gods.
Right.
That's why they were adorned with gold and jewelry and things, because they took it with them, quote unquote, to the afterlife, because they claimed that's their immortality.
Mm-hmm.
The immortality set in stone because they were born into being a god.
Right.
there's three options. It either doesn't exist in any form, it's subjective, or it's objective. If it doesn't exist, then humans cannot follow any form of rules. Well, since that's clearly not the case, we're left with either subjective or objective morality. But from the atheistic worldview, there arises insurmountable issues with both of these views.
Sorry, Kyle is saying, I don't understand this. I just don't have a good internet connection to be able to video chat. No one said need to video chat. But I'm more than happy to have the discussion. Yeah, you don't need to show your video. You don't need to show
Yeah,
camera.
You don't have to. Yeah, you can have it. You can just put your avatar on like that.
Yeah, you can just come in.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
In which there's no actual way to justify the position. The toddler's favorite question is particularly effective at showing the lack of structure in the atheist worldview.
Mm-hmm.
But why? Let's start by seeing if subjective morality is true or not. If true, every person has a distinct yet arbitrary set of morals that are influenced by their community, environment, culture, age, etc. That isn't to say that subsets of these morals aren't shared amongst other individuals, but rather
Yeah, but I mean, this is what we usually bring up, though. If you got two different individuals, the one thinks it's morally acceptable to steal something, the other one thinks it's not morally acceptable to steal something. Which one of them has moral high ground? None of them, because it's subjective.
No, if it's subjective, yeah.
Yeah, it's all
exactly. I mean,
subjective. But when
yeah.
it comes to objective morality, where we get all our morality from God, it takes away that subjectiveness. God teaches us how to be moral.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, even if you don't adhere to that morality, just say like you know it's wrong to murder, but you still do it. You still got a sense of that. You know that murder was wrong that you're doing, even whether you like doing it or not. You know it's wrong. You know what I mean? So yeah, it can't be subjective. Morality isn't subjective. That's not true morality. If you're being subjective about things, everybody's inherently got that. Well, it's wrong to do this. It's right to do that. It's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's got to be God. That's not just bred into you.
I just want to point out, because you got someone telling me, oh, let me actually read what it says. Poor Flatty, you really think the Gospel of Luke was written by someone called Luke? Haha, so preciously ignorant. Please, let's quickly go to Luke 1, verse 1 to 4, shall we?
Wow. But what an argument, though. Yeah, you really think Luke wrote Luke? What an argument.
Okay, let me quickly share the screen. Because this is how ignorant these people are when they want to claim we are the ones that are ignorant.
Unbelievable. Sorry.
Wait, let me actually get to it.
I hear the laser jet going.
Yes, sorry, my wife's busy printing schoolwork again for the children.
I like that noise. I actually like that noise.
Okay. Oh man, why is it not? What's going on here? All these adverts. Irritating.
Oh, there's so many adverts. That's why I don't use this one anymore. There's so many adverts on it.
Anyway, inasmuch as many have taken in hand to set in order a narrative of those things which have been fulfilled among us, just as those from the beginning were eyewitnesses and ministers of the world delivered them to us. This is Luke, writing in Luke. It seemed good to me.
Gospel.
It seemed good to me also, having had perfect understanding of all things from the very first, to write to you an orderly account, most excellent Theophilus, that you may know the certainty of these things in which you were instructed. Who's writing this?
Yeah, well, my Bible says the gospel according to Saint Luke. So it's according to him.
But
He
you
wrote
see,
it.
this is Luke telling us that he wrote Luke.
Yeah.
Shame.
Yep.
But this is the problem with a lot of, how can I say, some of these internet atheists. They want to cry and say how brilliant they are, knowledgeable they are, literally when they don't. They don't even read the Bible, they don't know the theology behind anything, they just don't know. But they want to tell us.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Anyway,
Like
sorry.
we just take everything for granted, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, that was a good video. I don't think we need to go on with the video though.
Nah. Well, good.
Who was that, man? I want to watch that later.
Let me get you the link. I gotta find it now. I just closed it. It was a good video. I think you guys agree.
Definitely.
It was a good video.
I see Inspiring Philosophies live.
And I do think that your fried egg scenario would have been better, but I mean, we still get where he's coming from.
Yeah, that's a good one, Banana. It says, hey, evolutionist, how did death evolve, or why is it still happening? Yeah. You'd think, yeah, the evolution being as clever as it is would find a way to be immortal rather than reproducing.
There we go, Matt. It's in private chat for you, mate.
Thanks, dude.
And I'm putting it in for everybody else in the chats as well, if they want to go to it.
It's up to you. I'm up. I don't know. I don't think I already am. No, I'm not. Leaf of a Vine Eternal. Nice. Subscribe.
Subscribe. So we have no takers.
So it seems like the mountain of evidence is firmly on one side. God is real.
Amen.
Big time.
Not even a pushback. We got some people crying in chats, but that's about it.
Yeah, but their argument is basically, nuh-uh.
Yeah, the argument is insulting and saying, "Oh, you guys don't know anything. It's
Yeah.
fantasy."
Or the argument is the proof that you guys have got is not real proof.
Yeah, that's not evidence. It's literally like them sticking their fingers in their eyes, fingers in their ears, and saying no, and saying you're not presenting anything.
I can't hear you.
And this reminds me of like I've been watching some of the debates from Metaphysics Mike, where someone presents like a whole presentation, and every single debate I've watched them, you're not presenting an argument. It's like the guy just spoke 15 minutes long on an argument. And then his literal rebuttal is, you're not presenting an argument. Wow. And then literally contradicts himself by saying, you just presented this. How can you not present an argument but say you're moaning about something he just presented?
Yeah, I mean...
And it's like, I've seen like 4 or 5 debates like that. Every single debate he says those same things.
Yeah, like unless we're watching it together, for me, I can't watch that myself. Like, I'm sorry, like there's just too much disbelief, like from Metaphysics Mike, where I'm like, I can't do this. It vexes me, for a lack of a better word.
The thing is, I've gotten to the point where I've listened to him enough now, him and that Dustin Smith as well, that they're just repeating themselves. There's nothing new from them. They just regurgitate the same thing, and if someone gives an argument, they just fall back to that same premise of stupid, things like that. It doesn't gel. But I mean, that's probably why Mike refuses to debate me. Because I'll see through his nonsense as soon as he says something. I'll call him out.
And in this avenue, it's like you have a thicker skin.
Yeah,
you do.
I mean, I'm used to debating people that are very immature and childish and things. So
yeah, you've debated McToon, so of course not.
And FTFE, and those guys have like literally taught me to
Leo.
Yeah, and they've taught me to grow hair on my teeth, man. Come on.
Yeah. Leo, man, 4 hours it took him to drink a beer, and he was he
got drunk on a few sips. Yeah, a few sips of Budweiser made him drunk. It's like, what?
That was so funny. He angered me though. I was Michael's then. That's when I was at Michael's. 4 days I was at Michael's.
I still do find it odd though that Donnie from Standing for Truth is also just literally avoiding me like the plague. He doesn't want me to debate on his channel. It's like, what have I ever done to that guy? All I've ever done is promote him. It's really weird.
Some people are just not what you expect them to be when you finally reach out to them or get in contact with them. Or they sometimes get the wrong impression through the videos. They'll be cool when they're actually not. Or they may seem like uncool, and when you talk to them, it's like, they're actually all right,
Well, it's because, like, if they were to let you in, and because you could prove your point, it would show that they require a humbling. And that is not comfortable for them. They don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But
it's sad because, like I'm saying, with Donnie, we argue the same thing. So it's not like I'm giving the counter argument to what he says. The only thing, okay, we don't agree on is flat Earth, obviously.
Mm.
But
Mhm.
I'm not going there to debate flat Earth. I'm going there to debate scripture. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I have no idea why he's trying to avoid me and make sure I'm not on. I mean, even Sean, KRC, he's not on Donnie's anymore because even there was a thing between them that happened. You know what I mean? It's really odd.
Right.
So it's yeah. And modern day debates, I don't even try there anymore.
Yeah, they've just started doing
That place has become a real
Cesspit.
bias thing.
Yeah,
It's a neutral platform.
of course it is.
No, it's
Very
not.
neutral. Very neutral. Telling me to keep quiet while it's literally my time to present. From the moderator.
And well, it's
They don't even
already,
moderate. They don't
you
even
know,
moderate now.
well, it's already extremely difficult to find like actual moderators who can maintain neutrality.
Right.
But even if they were to, you know, like they would still take the whole, you know, debate towards a direction where they would still kind of try to pretend like the globe still has a leg to stand on.
Yeah. Well, you
And it
see them.
doesn't.
Well, you see them in after shows and stuff like that. Anyway, don't you? Where they are, you see that even if they've been quite neutral, you see how biased they are afterwards. And,
Yeah,
and
start
what's the-
insulting and laughing
afterwards.
and
Yeah, and the after shows, yeah. We've seen that with Ryan, yeah. And that what was, well, it's not a her, it's a him, but was it Emma?
Amy.
Amy, terrible moderator.
Yeah, Amy was bad. Amy was very
Terrible.
bad. Ryan was okay. He tried at least, but yeah, he still had his biases.
He did.
James, at least when the last time when he was moderating for me, I did expect better from him.
Of course.
You know what I mean? But he did show his
Yeah.
biasness.
He's the creator. He should be the one showing example.
Yeah. Hey, Sean, how's it going, brother? We actually just spoke about you.
Hey. What's up, guys?
Hey, Sean.
Hey, man, I heard you guys talking about the falling out that Donnie and I
Yeah,
had on
yeah.
this channel, and I just wanted to offer some specific insight because I'm still waiting for him to just give me a general apology, not from a stance of like, oh, you know, he like, look, we get attacked by people all the time, and we just brush it aside. But what Donnie did was during a debate, like as he was moderating, and then because he was allowing the person I was debating against to disregard the debate format, and so then when I brought it up privately to him in the private chat during the debate, he then brought it up publicly to shame me in front of the audience during the debate.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's
And
not right.
because I was like, because you know, like if you're in an actual debate, there's a private chat, and you and the moderator can be talking often, which happens a lot.
Yeah.
So during that debate, he kicked me off the channel before the debate was over because of that, because I called him out. And then I even tried to say, okay, look, man, it doesn't matter. Let's just move on. And he wouldn't let it go. He made an issue out of it. It was with my Al debate. Just that happened like, I don't know, 6 months ago or whatever. And then after he kicked me off of the channel, while Al was still there, he continues to mock me.
And that's not
And
right.
then in the comments,
Yeah.
he's mocking my audience that I brought over to his debate channel, which supported him with super chats.
Yeah, that's
Because I
not
told him
right.
to come over and support him. He mocked my audience too. And then when I tried to personally talk to him in private message, he just didn't want to actually address the issue and just said, let's just forget about it and move on. And I was like, no, we don't get to just forget about it and move on, bro. You publicly mocked me. You kicked me off of the debate while trying to embarrass me, and then made fun of me after you kicked me off the debate with my debate opponent. Like, you don't get more biased than that.
Yeah.
So the reason that started happening, though, it was kind of like a slow descent into that happening, was my flat Earth debate with Will Duffy. He got upset during that, And then afterwards, he had to apologize for me because he realized he got emotional during that debate and was unprofessional to me during that debate. And I let it slide during that debate.
Yeah,
I didn't say anything. I let it slide. I let him act like an ignoramus, and then
yeah, because
afterwards, privately, he apologized to me, and I said, "It's okay. We can move on."
because we actually watched that debate, and we called him out for being biased on that debate.
Yeah.
It was quite
So-
sad though.
The reason I'm saying all this is I think that's why he's never going to have you on his channel, because he knows that you're a staunch defender of biblical cosmology. And he barely even agreed to that debate on his channel with me and Will Duffy because he doesn't want to address it at all, ever.
Yeah,
He doesn't like it. So it's kind of like him with Ken Hovind.
yeah,
They don't want to talk about it ever.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago now, we were in talks to have a debate with either Kent Hovind or Robertson Jenis and me on Flat Earth. And it fell apart because basically Ken Hovind and Donnie decided they don't want that stuff on their channel.
But didn't he host that chat with Saint Genis and Eric, Nathan, what's it, Eric, that young dude? He was on here a few times. Nathan Erickson.
I don't remember.
He was.
I just remember that he had Will Duffy on.
Because I know he had it. He actually hosted one of the debates between him and Saint Genis on Flat Earth, but it was a while ago, long ago.
Yeah, I mean, like in the last year or so, he just
Yeah.
he's got a very bad attitude towards it, and he gets emotional about it. Is the reason I'm saying this, and that's why he acted the way he did towards
Yeah,
me. That escalated and led into another debate.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
sad.
I promise you, that's probably why he doesn't want to interact with you,
Yeah, but that's
because he knows the majority of your content is biblical cosmology.
yeah, but you understand the thing is, like I'm saying, don't you think it's a bit wrong that he just kind of just outright denies, I can say, cordialship with me as a fellow Christian? You know, just because I believe what the Bible tells about biblical cosmology, and it's not that I want to even talk to him about it. It's like literally, you know, go and debate about scripture things, and he's literally just giving me the shaft. You know, like I just don't exist, which I find really sad though, because he's claiming to be this loving, unbiased Christian, and yet he's doing opposite of what he's showing. You understand?
Brother, welcome to my life. I've dealt with this for 8 years.
It's crazy.
I've dealt with this for 8 years.
Welcome to
I
the
try
party,
to show love
pal.
to people. I try to be as fair and loving as possible, walk in the love of Christ, and treat people, you know, even if we disagree, I can treat you with kindness and you know, support you where I can.
Yeah.
You know, where we do agree, I want to support you. Where we disagree,
No, I
I
mean,
try not to make an issue out of it.
I mean, even like us, we don't agree on the same things, but I mean, we cordial with each other, we respect each other. We're not
Right.
gonna go and go ahead to get hate on each other. And I mean, that's the sad thing I do
Yeah.
see today.
Unfortunately, man, there's so many other channels. They just don't have that type of maturity. The mask comes off the moment that you disagree with them on something, and they just start, you know, calling you heretic, a demon, devil possessed, a wolf. Like I've been called every name under the sun. And meanwhile, I'm just sitting here saying that I'm just trying to represent the scriptures as best as I understand them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to strawman people's arguments. You know, I try to, like, people have told me I'm kind of naive in my approach with some of these people because they think they're just going to take advantage of me and then just turn on me and demonize me later. And I'm like, I don't think it's a naive approach. I think it's what Christ told us to do, and we just have to let the chips fall where they may. You know,
Yeah.
I can't control their behaviors. I can only control mine. And I'm just going to continue to try to love them as best I can. But unfortunately, some of these folks, they're like a YouTube channel can be started off of one topic. And so that can be their pet passion. That's like their passionate topic. And then the moment that they delve into like another branch of Christian apologetics or biblical study that they're unfamiliar with, they have no fruit, they have no maturity in that area, and they cannot handle being challenged at all. And so that's where sometimes they don't want to talk about other stuff. They just stick to certain things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, I just want to encourage you, brother. I don't.
No stress.
I don't
I'm
think
happy you
that-
came to explain because because you did mention that falling away and stuff. So I'm happy you mentioned what happened and stuff. But yeah, it's sad. We can only pray for him. I mean, hopefully he does at least apologize to you in future. You know what I mean?
Agreed. Now, yeah, Donnie does owe Sean an apology. Yes, he does. And it's, even if Sean forgives him, or he can forgive him, but
He's
the point
he's
is,
already
Don
forgiven him,
still
but
owes
yeah.
him an apology.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, it was just a weird behavior, It's because I know people like that to where they offend you, and then instead of apologizing, they just want to act like it didn't happen and move on. But not when you publicly mock someone and their audience when they've been supporting you financially, and have always treated you with good faith. Like, you just don't get to behave like that and then act like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
As a
Right.
Christian.
Well, it's not just the apology then, it's also owning the error.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, look, I've been around. I grew up playing sports, right? So you're around dudes where you argue, you get upset. Sometimes you even get in fights, and then there is no formal apology. Like, it's not like a struggle session like with women where they get together and cry and hug it out. Like, men don't always do that, right? We there's some instances where we do just move on, but not when you're an adult, not when you're representing Christ as an ambassador, not when you're supposedly searching for truth and standing for truth. You can't just behave and treat people like that. Like, they don't even treat the atheists like that. Like, come on their channel. Like, that's the weird part. You're like, bro, wait, how do I fall into this different category where suddenly Christ's words don't apply to us, and you're supposed to love your enemies, and you're supposed to love your neighbor, and you're supposed to love your brethren, and I don't fall into any of those categories anymore?
Yeah.
Like, that's just demonic behavior.
Yeah. How does that work?
Yeah, it's really weird, man. But I appreciate you, Keith. I just want to
You
share
too,
some
man.
insight and hopefully encourage you. That's why we're building today's debate, so we can have a significant platform that's not biased. And I want to get to a place where, like, we're having Trinity debates coming up, and we're going to be having some Calvinism debates coming up,
Awesome.
and we're going to be having some. I want to have some creation debates, like, flat Earth debates and stuff coming up as well.
That'd be great. Yeah.
So we're just trying to build it up and get to the point where, like, people can come on there and, like, you could, if Keith, you could even moderate a debate.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, you must just let me know and things, and then also if you're looking for someone to be an interlocutor, you know where I am.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying though is, in addition to you being an interlocutor, you can even be the moderator if you want.
Oh yeah.
So
No,
that's what I'm trying to create the platform to be, is to where, like, you'd have an admin access, and you could, like, if you know people that want to debate and you want to host it, you can just use the platform to host it and reach larger audiences.
Okay. Yeah, we can maybe try that. For sure.
Yeah, just something to consider.
No, for sure.
I appreciate you guys.
I
I'm gonna jump
appreciate
off.
you too, man.
All right on track.
All right, thanks.
Bless, bro.
Just blessings. And Alan Fernandez. Hello, Alan. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going good.
It's good. How are you? Are you
Yeah,
an
I'm doing
atheist?
fine. No, I'm a Christian.
Okay, that's cool. I'm glad to hear that. Do you have any thoughts on the whole topic?
No.
Okay.
What's up, Alan? What you got? You got something, bro. What's on your mind?
Roblox.
Roblox. Real-
Oh, the game. Okay.
So, okay.
Are you not interested in the topic we've got up?
I'll listen.
Okay. But you could listen in YouTube. Like, did you need to come in here to listen?
That's
I
fine.
mean, I know it's fine. But I
Yeah.
just wondered if he's not got anything to talk about.
Yeah.
No. He's cool, man.
Yeah. We're still waiting for someone to actually come and defend atheism, though. We get a lot of people in the chats telling us how wrong we are, but they just don't have the honor of being able to defend it by talking to us for some odd reason. I wonder why that is. I mean, you would think someone would be brave enough to come and present the evidence how God doesn't exist. Should be someone.
I think he's just in here to troll.
I don't know. very much.
I'm not trolling.
Okay.
But yeah, what's your background on being a Christian, Alan?
Uh, what do you mean by background?
How long have you been a Christian?
From birth?
From birth?
From the time I got baptized?
Baptized, that's good. At what age were you baptized?
One?
Yeah,
Yeah, he said one.
one. Were you baptized at one? What denomination are you? I think that's what I'm trying to ask.
Roman.
Roman Catholic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, do you believe that it's your works that get you to heaven?
Yeah.
Don't you think that goes against the Bible?
No.
But the Bible says we can't, and it's not through our works. It's by grace alone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're not very chatty, are you?
Okay.
I don't know. I got a vibe that you're just trolling, man.
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Yeah, because you're just literally just saying one word. Yes, no, yes. You're not saying anything. You're not talking. Okay, I removed him from the call, guys.
I'm talking.
Yeah, it's easier to troll, isn't it?
Yeah, I removed him because I'm just scared he's gonna try and do something dodgy.
He could be trying to set up some kind of
something
bomb.
dodgy. Because
Yeah.
I mean, not a person doesn't come in and just be the way he's being. Even the way he's answering, it's very dodgy.
Exactly. If you want to listen, you can listen in from the YouTube side. That's why I said that, because I got the feeling straight away. Obviously, I think everybody did.
Sorry, I just had an uneasy feeling about that. Sorry, Alan. But yeah, you're more than welcome to be in the chat. Yeah, sorry, we just can't take that chance. Carl Brady, the link is above. Let me try and give the link again. Because we're ending in 20 minutes. What? Why is my desktop going haywire?
Dude, it's crazy. Yesterday, or the night before last, I was going through Discord, just channel to channel.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, there were atheists in every channel.
Wow.
Atheists and, dude, a lot of homosexuals.
Oh.
Like, they were everywhere.
Wow.
Unfortunately, the homosexuals will be everywhere with the atheist communities because they don't have morality. To them, they can do what they want.
He is trolling.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why atheism is appealing to them, because it would mean, that there is no God that we would have to be judged by.
I want to see channel activity.
Yeah, I wonder. Definitely trolling.
It's just weird.
Is it manga stuff and all that?
Yeah, if you go to his channel.
I mean, there's no way with an accent
he's
like that.
He's just got playlists of
just playlist,
stuff.
And from 2020, he's my birthday, 2020, July the 7th. Alan Fernandez. I don't know, with that accent, I don't think he'd be called Alan Fernandez.
No. That was also the thing that was getting me. The name doesn't really fit the accent that we were getting.
Mm-mm. Certainly not. And
Joseph.
his playlist has got someone called Prakash, like an it's another one.
Yeah. Hi, Joseph. How's it going?
What's up, Jojo?
Hey Joe. Hey Joe, what do you know?
You're muted, Joe.
Hey Joe. We're just ordinary Joes in here too, man. Joseph, come on.
Maybe he's struggling with get the mic set
He's
up or something.
maybe he's trying to
Yeah.
think of what accent he's got to use this time. Is it phone jacker?
And then we got Brenda in. Let's see if Brenda can behave himself this time. This is gonna last long, I don't think.
Right. Yeah.
How are you doing?
Good, thank you, and yourself.
Could be better.
I agree.
I may have to pause because I have a cold. I need to cough, so I'll mute my mic when I cough.
No stress. So what is your evidence that God doesn't exist?
You're making the positive claim, so you bear the burden to show that there is a being which exists beyond space and time.
Okay, I told you it's not going to last long, guys. Sorry,
Yeah,
Brenda. The
You
top.
got the book proof.
I'm going to ask everybody in chat. What is the topic?
Yeah, atheists cannot debunk God. Prove us wrong. We haven't got. That's the topic. You know, you're meant to come in and prove there is no God, or put your evidence forth there is no God. Not turn around put the burden onto the person asking the question.
Careful, Flats.
Yeah? Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
Roger.
So I'm just putting on Don't Watch. Hi, Joseph. How's it going? Can you hear us?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, because that looked a bit...
yeah. Which,
I did put on Don't Watch, so...
oh, you can do that with
Yeah.
with avatars, right? Okay. So we can
I'll
see
put
it in
their
here,
camera
but not-
off.
Right. Cool. Oh, I can see it in YouTube still. Oh, you're gone. I don't know.
Okay, Joseph, can you hear us? You're going to have to unmute so we can talk to you.
It's gone now. Okay, cool. It's gone.
Yeah, I've taken his ability off to be able to share screen camera. Hey Roger,
Yeah.
how's it going?
I'm muted. Sorry. Hey,
They're
I'm
just,
doing
they're just scrolling.
Good to see you, man.
So, Roger, what's your evidence that God doesn't exist?
good. I don't have any of that, man. I haven't looked for any either. So, how about the evidence God does exist?
Well, in spite of what Brenda said, right, there's been a plethora of of evidence that God exists over this live stream.
Oh yeah.
I'm evidence God exists. You are.
Mm-hmm.
Creation, all of it, everything, nature. So that's a kid. That's a kid, dude. You can see by their face, they're a kid. So someone is trolling, I think.
Okay, I'm removing. Sorry, I just don't
Yeah.
want to. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
also we can't really have people under 18,
Yeah.
and if the person is younger and stuff, we can't take that chance.
He looked young to me.
Mm-hmm.
When I got a quick glance of his face there, because he just took his head up, and I could see he looked like he looked
I just
young
saw
face.
hair. I just saw very messy
Mm.
hair. That's what.
Yeah, that's all. It was there for a bit, and he looked up for a sec. He was young.
All right.
So, who has the positive claim here?
Yeah, the
A positive-
positive claim is that the atheists say God doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So they got to show us the evidence how God doesn't exist.
And Brenda thought Brenda could come in and change the rules again, like he always does.
Yeah, but that's why I said it's not going to last long. I knew. I can read Brenda like an open book.
Is there no champion? Right? We need a champion in here to.
An atheist champion?
Yeah, an atheist champion, dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Who
where's
is
the
the-
FTFE, man?
Who's the atheist greatest protagonist? Because so far it's been.
Hey Celeste, how's it going? Hope you're doing well, Celeste.
Hello?
Hello?
Woo!
Yeah.
Hello, Celeste.
The microphone not working?
It's just
Dude,
funny.
if you have a chance to come in to Google Meets, I'd use the avatars there. It's cool.
I just think it's the same person. Just the last two people.
Could be.
Could be. They're just being quiet. Their mic's been on and off. I've seen that. So there's no reason why they can't talk.
It's Celeste, like short for celestial.
Celeste is
There's
an
an
actual
God
woman's
right
name.
there.
No, but Celeste is actual woman's name, though.
Oh, yeah.
I know a few Celestes here.
Yeah, so it's definitely a name. But it's weird. A lot of the trolls. No, we can't hear you.
No,
now.
so
No, we can't hear anything.
No, can't hear anything, Celeste. You're going to have to set your mic. If you see on the bottom, there's a microphone setting. You should be able to set it there. Maybe it's
Yeah, we see you muting and unmuting.
Yeah.
It's just there's no video.
It should be.
If you're able to mute and unmute, then they're able to talk.
Maybe drop out and come back.
There you go. See, Bob Ross is over there painting some of God's creation right now.
Bob Ross is always doing that, man.
No, he's showing how nature created itself.
Yeah. Well, you know what the rumors are about his paintings, so
Yeah, he's hot. That's where he hid the bodies.
yeah, the last crime scene. You got to find the spot.
I think I saw a video the other day where they took all his paintings in order and they placed it, and it literally makes a scene where it's traveling through in perfect.
Huh.
It's quite cool.
Order, yeah. Okay.
Actually, makes a whole
Marisa
scene.
West.
I don't know. I don't know if Celeste is gonna come right.
Mm-mm.
We're looking at him now. Oh, we got here. Celeste, are you saying something?
You can see the mics, the muting.
Yeah,
and
just
unmuting.
unmuting and muting.
I always wanted to raise my hand in here. There you go.
And you can.
Yes, Rob. You got your hand up. Anything you need to say?
What's your? There is no God.
What's your proof that God does exist?
Everything.
Everything? Oh.
The supernatural in the world, like logic and reason, right? Love. These things that exist outside of ourselves that would exist whether or not we're here.
Celeste raised her hand.
Yeah, I know
Or
she's
his
raising
hand.
her hand, but she's not seeming to be
Figured
able to
that out.
talk though, unfortunately. Well, if Celeste is, yeah, if Celeste's not going to be able to talk, then I think we can end the stream here. I guess. Would it be nice to actually get one atheist to have actually come in and defend something?
Last chance, Celeste.
Vicky's got a link in there. She's on Aaron Rodgers doing a stream in an hour and a half, an hour and a quarter on Vicky's channel.
Did anybody else come in besides Brenda?
Yeah, I know.
You don't need-
Yeah, Celeste, we're thinking an
We-
atheist, but Celeste is having issues. You know what we can do, Celeste? Email me. Let me put my email address in, and then we can actually organize a discussion. Even
Hey,
if you want to
Flash, is
one-on-one. Yes.
Is that the email for Catzoid?
Celeste, you can email me on that email address, and then we can try and organize a time to have a discussion if you want. And then we don't have to use Google Meets if you're struggling. We can use something else. Maybe a Zoom meeting, or go through Discord or StreamYard or whatever, if it's going to make it easier for you. Because I know you're probably just struggling with your mic settings right now. So there is my email address in the private chat. And then, email me, then we can set up a actual discussion. It would be nice to have a discussion with you. So, you guys, closing statements? Because I don't think Celeste is going to come right.
It's someone that's trolling Flats.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah. By the way, guys, how do you know we're saying Celeste is trolling? Because this was the message we got from Celeste. Discord has a lot of Pedros. How do I know you're not one of them?
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. So it's just a troll. Okay, bye, Celeste. Thank you for coming. It's sad. Is this the
That's the first thing I think about a server. Are there a lot of pedos in there? There's Celeste and the head. Yeah.
The reason it's not talking is, for all you know, it's probably Sean Hawkins or something. Anyway, was great having you guys on.
Great being here for the whole 5 minutes I was here.
Take care. God bless everyone.
Tomorrow is Flat Earth Fridays, so hope to see you there. I will be putting a poll up on the specific topic for tomorrow for Flat Earth Friday. Hope to see you guys there. And then, make sure to share it everywhere. Thanks all for coming. Appreciate you all. And, appreciate all my Patreon supporters and channel members and everybody that does support the channel financially. Till next time, God bless. And make sure to catch PJ and Roger and Vicky and them live soon. Just let you know. just Vicky and them live soon. Just let you know. just. And it's ended. Where's PJ? He left.
Oh, he took off. It looks like.
Yeah. Ooh, it's hot.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, till next time, fellas. Y'all stay cool.
You too, brother. It was great having you on a bit.
Oh, yeah, man. I enjoy y'all's company for sure.